phonograph. I was a kid, I sat with an ear close, just listening. Was there when the rain tapped away down your face? You were a miracle, eyes just holding your space. World time has a way of throwing it all in your face. The past, she is haunted, the future is laced. Heartbreak, you know, drives a big black car. I swear I was in the backseat, just minding my own.
What's your name?
Margery Staugas.
When and where were you born?
I was born in Watertown, New York, in 1921.
You were a commander in the Navy?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, it was during World War II, and everybody was concerned and joining the Army and the Navy and so forth. And I was in nursing school, hoping it sounds kind of strange, but hoping that the war wouldn't end till I got in it.
Oh.
But,
Why?
and I was in it for a couple of years. And then I stayed in the Navy.
Where were you stationed?
Well, several different places. I was in Brooklyn Navy Yard. I was in Oregon, on the coast. I can't even think of the name of it anymore. And I have been on a ship that would go from New York Harbor to Bremerhaven, Germany, taking women and children to be with their husbands who were stationed over there. We would take 500 troops and 500 women and children.
Wow.
So it was an interesting journey.
And in Germany, what was it like there when you were stationed there?
Well, it was just like living in Santa Monica. I mean, work-wise, like I was a nurse, so I became a nurse, or I continued being a nurse in Germany. And everything was fine. In fact, we had a baby born one night, and we were in the middle of the Atlantic, and women were not supposed to come aboard if they were over 7 months pregnant. But sometimes if you want to go home real bad, you can manage to do it. This lady was over 7 months. In fact, she delivered that night. Twins. One baby was born dead, but the other was living. And they had sent the husband to the ship via helicopter, because we were only out a couple days. And so he was there to help console her with the birth. But it was an exciting experience.
So what years in World War II was the Allied invasion?
But I was in the war from 1944 to 1946. So that was really the end of the war. It was simmering down all the time. But it was like working in a hospital any place. Except the patients were all men, boys.
How was the Great Depression here?
The Depression.
In the United States?
In my viewpoint?
Yeah.
Well, it was limited. I think the Navy had, we had enough to eat, and provisions for sleeping and so forth. So we were living on the streets, that's for sure. And as a civilian, everybody felt the pinch. No gasoline for the cars, no meat, no limited things for the people to eat. But we all lived through it.
Did you continue to be a nurse after the war?
Once you're a nurse, you're always a nurse. I've never done anything besides nursing as a career.
Did you do it here in California?
Some of it. During the, I think I was discharged from the Navy from San Francisco, which is California.